Gather around, children, teenagers, adults. Today I'm going to tell you the tale, the real life event of when God, the creator of the universe, the Alpha and the Omega, the most loving and merciful one who formed man from the dust of the ground with such love, care, and passion, said that he could not believe he actually thought it was a good idea to create human beings. Yup, I ain't lying, but I am most definitely paraphrasing. I want to tell you about the time when God said in his exact words, I regret making humans. You feel that? It hurts, doesn't it? It's all right. Just let it sink in. But before you go get your knickers in a twist and catch an attitude, I'm going to tell you the story of why. And then I'm sure it's going to start to make a lot more sense. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the tale of Genesis chapters 6, 7, 8, and 9. I hope you have your popcorn. In ancient times, only 9 generations after Adam, the Bible says, and I quote, the sons of God saw that the daughters of humans were beautiful. And were like, we finna marry these honeys. Who were the sons of God, you ask? Remember those angels that followed Lucifer in rebelling against God in episode 2? Yeah, those angels became fallen angels and in some translations are known as the sons of God. Now remember, 1/3 of heaven's angels were kicked out with Lucifer. That's a lot of angels. Now some of these angels were overcome with lust and became extremely attracted to human woman. Weird. I know. But that's what sin does to you. It distorts what God made good and twists it into something, well, pretty messed up. Anyway, after these fallen angels decided to take on human form and marry the human woman, their babies obviously were not 100% human, neither were they 100% spirit. And so, for whatever reason, became giants. Huge beings that became known as the heroes of old. These guys were famous and evil for no reason. Very similar to, but most likely much bigger than Goliath. That's the giant you're probably familiar with that our boy David meets up with a few books down in the Bible. But let me not jump ahead of myself. We'll get there eventually. The wickedness and violence of humans became so terrible, not to mention that there were literal demons walking around in human bodies that God literally said, yo, I regret making humans. I'm finna wipe them out and destroy the earth. But in his mercy, he remembered Noah, literally the only righteous man of that time, and probably one of the only men left with a family whose bloodline was not contaminated with demon seed. So God told Noah, listen, son, I'm about to flood this entire planet. So I'm gonna need you to build an ark 300 cubits long. Noah was like, why we need a boat so big? That's when he realized God told every animal, grab your shorty and head to that boat. The animal said, say less. And unlike the humans, actually obeyed God. It rained for 40 days and 40 nights until the highest mountains were deeply covered in water. And not only did it rain, but God also caused the streams of water from below the earth to come up as well. Double homicide. By the way, did I mention that Noah was 600 years old when the flood came? Now, I don't know about y'all, but I'm thinking he was given salt and pepper with a great physique, because what you mean you pushing 600 and build an ark from scratch? Okay, Noah, we see you. Anyway, after the rain fell, the earth stayed flooded for 150 days. Every single living thing that moved died. I'm talking birds, land animals, insects, and of course, humans. Only those on the ark survived. Noah, his family, and the animals remained on the ark for a total of 371 days. Then the Bible says, God remembered Noah and all who were with him and sent a wind over the earth and the waters receded. Finally, God told them to come out of the ark. He commanded Noah's family, including his wife, his 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and their wives, to be fruitful and increase in number and fill the earth. He also made a promise to them and all humans that came after them. Now look, I know this was all pretty intense. Some may even say dramatic. You think? Ow! But I do promise you this. Never again will the earth and the lives in it ever be destroyed by a flood. Oh, thank goodness. And to prove it to you, I've put my rainbow in the clouds, and that will be the symbol that this promise is true. So if anybody in the future asks you what a rainbow symbolizes, now you know what to tell them. Thank you for sparing our lives and entrusting us to carry on the human race. Thank you for being obedient. And there you have it. That's the story of the time when God said that he regretted making human beings. Ain't it ironic, though, that he ended up saving us anyway? Maybe it was because he had a plan to become human himself one day. Who knows? I guess we're just going to have to keep on going through the Bible and see for ourselves.